Hello, and welcome to The Art Will Not Be Changing. I don't know, different hand for the glasses, pirate voice or something. Uh, just we just fuck around and see what works or what doesn't work, and I don't really care because professionalism is not on my resume. I am Christian DiMatteo, co-founder of Fugitive Poems Comics, and this is The Art Will Not Be Changing. No matter what you do, it will not be changing. Welcome to the show. We got a cool lineup tonight that I'm pretty psyched about. We got some repeat guests colliding with each other in a Kaiju death match, or talking about comics. We'll see. Remember, if you order from fugitivepoems.com during the show, you could get Containment Breach, Volume 2, Myth Reborn. You can get one of the last copies of the first printing of Containment Breach, Volume 3 of Clouds and Ether. Or you can get Containment Breach, Volume 4, Monsters, Beasts, and Bastards. All on the site. If you order during the live show, we will do what? We'll send you a parental warning sticker and a Fugitive Poem sticker designed by the great Evan Knapp, who is in Evan is in the chat. Change it, I dare you. Dude, I need the link. Oh. Yeah, James is supposed to be on tonight, and I totally forgot that, because he normally is not. James, give me a second, and I'll get that to you. Let me get the guys on the show. Before I forget, we got a newsletter coming out on Tuesday. Go to fugitivepoems.com. Go to right under the head video, sign up. All right. Sign up and get on our mailing list, and you will get a free zine. There's going to be the third free zine. I'm talking short stories, photography, comics, art, all kind of poetry, all kinds of wild stuff. And it's totally free. It's got a ton of content, and all you got to do is be on our mailing list. It's going out this Tuesday, so do it beforehand. Hey, what's up, Omega World Entertainment? Hello, how you doing? All right, let me bring to the stage. We've got Dom Monette. How you doing? How you doing, dude? Welcome. He is half, not the better half, but half of Life on Saturn. And then we have got Ryan Santos.
Oh hi.
Sorry, I didn't see you come in. And Stephen Beccia with the I love this.
What, did I miss the glasses memo? Shit.
Yeah, sorry.
She had something going on with the glasses. I had to go like
that. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm so glad to have you on. Stephen and Ryan are the team behind Dirty Living, our fantastic comic. Omega World is saying, "What's up, Dom?" There we go. Totally point.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And I am going to give James the link. So, Dom, you are working right now on a new book you were just telling me about, and you've got this really cool drag race comic in it. Tell me a little bit about what that has to do with Kaiju.
Okay, so Lydia and I are going to put together an anthology book called Toku Tales, short for Tokusatsu Tales. Tokusatsu is the genre that has henshin heroes like Power Rangers and Kaiju like Godzilla. And a couple of our friends are submitting stories to this. And so my story is called La Cabra, and that's Spanish for the goat. And Lacabra is a character who wears this helmet that Lydia made, and it's pretty cool because this helmet is actually from Fennec, our story Fennec, and I really needed drawing references for this helmet, but like once Lid made it, it changed everything. All the drawing references are going to be so much better. But people who know my story Fennec, the person who wears this helmet loses the helmet, and Lacabra is the next person to get it. And in my story Lacabra, it's I like blending genres, and I wanted to draw cars because I've been reading the manga Initial D and I love it, and I also want to have a cool kaiju story, so I was like, how do I mix the two? And my story is about a racetrack that is on a kaiju's back, and Lacabra is one of the racers, here she is.
Oh
And
wow!
but let me show you this is
Hey, let me give you the screen. Hold on here. There you go.
can you see this?
Yep, beautiful. Little
Hope you
glare,
see
but
it.
no, there we go.
Yeah, so this is the track, and it's on the back of the kaiju here. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, that is beautiful. I love, I saw that image and I wasn't sure what I was looking at because I didn't know the context. I love that that's a racetrack. It's like a speed racer kaiju. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can you show that first image again? Because we didn't have you on the full screen.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, look at that. And Lid actually made the helmet. That is so cool.
Yes. That's pretty
Gorgeous.
sick.
Yeah. Oh man. Love it. Oh, that's great. So now where is this comic coming out?
At Kaiju Brooklyn, May 30th and 31st. The book will only be there, and it's made just for that event, as well as like a bunch of sketch cards that I made just for the event. Oh man, it's hard to see, but they're all Kaiju themed, Godzilla stuff, you know. But
Yeah, great.
But
And then,
I'm
now
sorry. What?
you guys are the kings of stuff, of making all kinds of stuff to go along with the comics. You got cards, you got mini comics, you've got patches, you've got stickers, you've got everything. Things I can't even remember, little dolls and whatnot. And if I remember correctly, you have next to nothing to do with this. It's all Lid. Is that accurate?
Yeah. I am just a drawer. Lid is Life on Saturn Comics. She does, and it's because I mean I can do the things she does if she teaches me slowly, but she's so quick at learning everything. She makes even like the packages that we put stickers in. She makes everything look like we are a store, like a legit store.
Your site, your setup at cons is astounding. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Stephen and Ryan, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see. Last time Don was on the show, he was on with his wife Lid, and this is the person we're talking about. She is the master of anything she sets her hand to. We've got rich but not wealthy saying, "I'm waiting for someone to be interrupted on the toilet." And then we've got my friend Dennis R. Valencia saying Full House on Fugitive Poems. Oh, thank you. Everyone knows at this point that I will not remember to say this. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Folks, if you forget that this show is on, I am booked out through July. Every Thursday, we're going to be here. Well, I got to remember not to do the one that we're not going to be here. My wife will kill me if we do this while I'm on vacation. But I am booked out through July, and you've got hit that notification button, and you'll never forget. Thank you, Dennis, for that. Rich also says, if you're not the first, you're last. Shake and bake. I hadn't thought of that quote in a long time. And Evan says, ring the bell. All right, now I got to ask, and Stephen, I'm going to come to you next, but I got to ask Ryan. You are a monster, dude. You love monsters. You love drawing. That wasn't a personal comment. You have you played around in the kaiju arena?
Not really too much. I've done some commissions, like Godzilla commissions, and some. I actually did a card set for what's his name, Kaiju Man or whatever it is. That's like, yeah. So So I've done. So yeah, so I've done a little bit of kaiju stuff, but not really. Not really.
Is it something you're interested in doing more of?
Oh yeah, I love it. The scale is what I really would love to tackle a little bit because I haven't really done the scale of the large cities or anything like that. So that's something that's a fun challenge to take on.
Dom, before we're done, I'm gonna give you a little assignment. Can you just grab some of your big kaiju pages that you've drawn? So Dom draws on these huge pads. He does everything on the pad, everything hand, including lettering very often. I mean, a whole 9 yards. And we lost James. Oh, hold on.
He had like a lightsaber going on or something because it was sort of
James,
crazy.
can you hear us?
3PO talk.
Right?
He seems to have frozen. All right. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on 1 second. James, are you there? All right. I don't know if he can hear us. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on 1 second. Oh, he's got me on in the background.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna mute it. There we go. All right. So there we go. Look at this. Check this out.
Yeah,
Some
awesome.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, Godzilla's my man. Godzilla's my homeboy, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, Superman. Nice.
Yeah, I drew an 11 by 17 Gamera, and actually it sold last year at Kaiju Brooklyn. I was so excited. I mean, obviously we sell a lot of prints, but the actual 11 by 17 work, that's always shocking.
There's
when
a
something like that sells.
show. There's a show in Brooklyn. Kaiju show.
That's always
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's at Industry City. I forget what building because that's a whole complicated thing. But yeah,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
If somebody has me on in the background, I can hear something. All right, James.
It's James. Every time he comes on, there's like woo, 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 lights.
Yeah, we've got Quay. I'm not sure I know how to say that. Saying 100% droid speak. He also loved the line, "You are a monster, dude." Evan was happy to see James, but James is gone now. Total episodes 4 through 6. James, come back. Come back, man. James is dying to meet with you guys and be on this one. He's not normally on these shows, which is why I completely forgot to send him the link. So this, hopefully he can get, wait. Let's try it again.
I'm going to get some book updates.
Yeah. James, you there? Wait. Let's try it again. I can hear me again. All right, James, I can hear myself. Wait. But now he's in the dark.
He's in like a loop.
Hello.
There you are.
Hey!
This thing opening up separate browsers with the show on. So I'm getting like over. Everyone's like tripling up and feel like I'm on drugs.
Yeah, it was like a lightsaber sound or some sort of droid speak.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Lines, co-founder of Fugitive Poems, who his partner forgot to give him the link for the show because he's an asshole, and that would be me. Welcome, James. I'm glad you're on. We have got Dom, absolutely incredible. Those are the results of never leaving the house. And Evan was really happy to see you, James, and I'm sure he's happy again. All right, so what about you, Stephen? I bring up Kaiju because I know that this is a big thing for Life on Saturn, and Dom and Tokusatsu. Tokusatsu. I never get it right. Tokusatsu, which Dom introduced me to that term. I didn't even know it. Stephen, is this in your wheelhouse at all? This concept of kaiju and or maybe mech or this Japanese Mighty Morphin Power Ranger kind of thing. Have you ever played with any of that in your writing or toys in the basement?
Let me put these glasses on to answer that. No, it's just not. But I absolutely dig the stuff though, because I was on the Life of on Saturn show. I I tuned in on that one, and I love your work. It's awesome. The stuff
Oh,
you do.
thank you so much.
Yeah. But no, that's not in my wheelhouse. I don't think Doug would in Dirty Living would be into any of that. But
Well, the funny thing is, though, you are with Ryan creating some wild monsters.
yes,
Um,
we got more monsters coming. That's for sure.
The tentacles are totally like influenced by Akira. That's like one of my favorite movies is like Akira. So there's a lot of that kind of that growing like fleshy kind of stuff going on. So that's
how I've been described, growing and fleshy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla's always been one of my favorites, like, and I'd love to kind of reach out and try some of that, but I just haven't had the chance as of now.
Yeah, I absolutely love Godzilla. I mean, it's like one of my favorites. But yeah, I've never written anything like that stuff, but I mean, I love it. It's as far as monsters, Christian is frozen with that nice funny face on. But
Am I?
You were. You're not.
That was just me looking at a web page, probably, because I'm trying to find an example of Ryan's stuff.
Oh, I thought you were looking at Pornhub.
That'd be more like.
Yes, for sure. But Ryan said to me, he goes, more monsters, more stuff, more whatever. So in the second arc, it's getting crazy. There's a lot of amazing stuff I know he's going to draw. So I'm excited to be throwing that in there. Christian, you actually had a chance to read the first issue, so you know what's coming.
Yeah, I was terribly disappointed. No. All right, so folks, let me clarify something here. Dirty Living is available issues 1 through 6 only on fugitivepoems.com right now. We'll get to that. And that's the first arc, the completed first arc. We got Rich saying, I grow more horizontal now than I've ever grown vertically. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. But
This
I want to show. Always. Look, I'm going to show which we didn't do before because it was the first issue, but I'm going to show the last page of Dirty Living issue 1, and talking about Ryan drawing tentacles, and they came out of nowhere. I did not expect them to be on this page.
No one asked for them.
No, they were not asked for.
Nope.
And it adds such an ambiance of creep to this that it's just phenomenal.
Are they going
in
him or coming from him?
Well, that you got to read the comic to find that out.
That's true. All right.
It's actually not tentacles. He has worms, and they just weren't taken care of.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the thing is, it's actually part of the altar. Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. And that's just one example of Ryan's incredible work. And the reason I bring this up is the guys were telling me they were on a show where they were not allowed to use the name of the con we're going to be at. And now I'm wondering if maybe I should be aware of this and I shouldn't use it. No, you just see me get pulled out.
You're using it.
Like a Monty Python sketch. I'm going to be arrested live during this show and pulled off. Terrificon. Well, I said it. Damn it. I said it. We're going to be at Terrificon at Mohegan Sun. I think the second weekend in August, if memory serves. Does that sound right to you guys? Yep. 7, 8, and 9.
Yep.
At Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. And the first issue of Dirty Living is going to be available in fucking print. In print. It's going to be finally that we can hold it in our hands and turn the pages and feel just extra disgusting for being involved with this heinous production. That is so beautiful. Yay! Thank you for laughing. And I'm really excited about this. This is just the first. It's going to be distributed by Filbo Distribution. And which means it'll be in your comic shop if you were in the United States of America and maybe Canada. I never remember that. or at least parts of Canada, because like British Columbia is its own thing. Trying to ship there is insane. But you'll be able to go to your comic shop and get a copy of Dirty Living, and this is really cool. What did he just say? Yes. Dan Price of Bigfoot Knows Karate is here.
Yes.
Well, hello, Dan. Being Fugitive Poem Super Groupie, FP Super Groupie, how you be? He was responding to "What's up, Evan?" Got it. So yeah, and James, feel free to interrupt me at any point. You're sitting in the dark there. There's a very this is one of the darkest your backgrounds has been. I like it. It's a whole other vibe.
It's because it's messy.
That's why my camera only points here. You've seen the rest of this office.
Yeah.
Well, is that why Mark has his background so super dark? Because
No, Mark's place is neat as fuck. Mark is shockingly neat. But I don't know why he does that.
This much of his face, he's like the rest is everything's black, and there's Mark.
He's a big fan of the Bohemian Rhapsody video. I think that's really what it comes down to. All right, so we're going to be at Terrificon, and I'm going to show Ryan did a cool cover for Terrificon. I'm going to show that in a minute. But so Dom, tell me, what is Kaiju Brooklyn that you're going to be at?
It is a convention that has a lot of Toku stuff, but it's mostly centered around Kaiju. And oh man, last year was so much fun. There's all kinds of Toku artists. There is the Ultraman card game. They set up a tent there, or I mean a table, not a tent. Wrong event. But there's also this older guy comes from Japan, and he's like the first person to do Ultraman toys from back in the day. He usually shows up. That's always fun to see. Just I don't know, but so many people who make their own like actual like figures out of resin or whatever. There's just I can't even tell you. There's so many creative things for Kaiju and it's awesome because it's like such a niche genre. Like when I was growing up, I always loved Power Rangers, but I never stopped to think like, is that a superhero genre? Because to me, I loved superheroes, I loved comics, but I never stopped to think if Power Rangers was a superhero genre of its own. I didn't even know, but it wasn't, embarrassingly enough, I didn't learn until my late 20s what tokusatsu was, and I'm glad I did, because then I learned all the hero genres I truly like are in the toku genre, and the monsters too.
Yeah, I didn't learn about it until my late 40s, thanks to you. And you've just given me a huge get out of jail free card. I didn't know I could just say Toku, because now I don't have to remember the whole rest of it.
True,
I have a really, I don't like to get too serious on the show, but I have a very scientific question for you. What do you think is the Venn diagram meeting point of people who work with resin making toys and who smoke resin? Do you think that there's a meeting point in there?
I hope so. I hope like we could get like a bong of this. That would be awesome.
I figure it's got to be a large group. We have got Rich, my man Rich, saying, "Don't worry, Christian, if you get arrested, we'll make sure the stream continues while you're booked." Excellent. Yeah, keep it alive. Go on without me.
Yeah. We'll call it Terrificon for now. Huh?
Does Terrificon pre-manifest if you say the name, like Beetlejuice or Brigadoon? Terrificon. And Mitch appears. Mitch Halleck,
or a cease and
creator and the man behind Terrificon.
Yeah.
So Dom, you've got this coming up. What else have you been working on? You've always got a ton of stuff going on.
Well, I've been working mostly on two things. One is the book that's coming out for Kaiju Brooklyn, which it's not just my story. There's a couple other creators. There's a friend of mine named Alex Washburn. He has a story in the book. Rich Jubeck, he has a story in the book. Rich, this will be his comic debut. He did his story in color pencil and ink. And
congratulations, Rich! I'm so psyched.
If you remember Rozzy from the comic shop, he's got a one-page comic in there.
Great.
And
I said great. I love Raziel.
And of course, Lid did a photo shoot with this, so she'll put some pictures in that. And then other than that, last time I mentioned that I was working on this story about the ghost that's attached to her own zombie.
Yes.
I'm currently drawing that story.
Oh, I'm so glad because that is fucking cool. Can you tell Ryan and Steven the premise behind that? Dan Price says that's badass. Yes, yes, thank you. Rich says, what is the premise behind this zombie girl?
It's called Dead Weight. It's because this basically this woman is a ghost in the zombie apocalypse. Somebody murdered her, and she's trying to figure out who murdered her. But because it's the zombie apocalypse, her ghost is still attached to her zombie, and she can only really go where her zombie goes. And the zombie has ADD because it's kind of like hungry all the time and chasing food down. So she's got to find ways to get it on track. You know.
Yeah.
We got Evan Pop. The ghost zombie one sounds amazing. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds so fun. You know, that's something I'd really like to see. You know, it's like a new twist, a new kind of way to look at it. Like, I'm all in.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Combining those horror genres in that way is fascinating, and making it a detective story. You've just collided these genres, which was one of the things that I love about everyone on the show today. You guys are about colliding genres. Steven, Dirty Living, you're a big Whitey Bulger fan. You love that Boston crime scene.
Yep.
What made you decide to go supernatural with Dirty Living?
I think it needed a different element. It needed to expand into something that, I don't know. I guess my mind is twisted, so I needed to bring it to a new level, right? And I guess when I'm writing, just things take shape of its own, and I don't really know where it comes from. So I don't know if I had it planned exactly the way it came out, but I'm glad the way it came out, and I'm glad the way it keeps progressing, into the supernatural element. I mean, I do love zombies. I do love that whole thing, but I wanted to do something a little bit different than the classic zombies. I wanted it to be something a little bit different. As Ryan always said, like Reanimator, right? And they're just not quite what they used to be.
Yeah. Was that great line from King of the Hill? 6:30 in the morning already. The boy ain't right. They come back and they just ain't right. And folks, I got to tell you, talking about getting to read Steven's stuff early. Oh, and by the way, you're having a great time. You're digging the show. Maybe you never checked it out before. Here you are. Hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We do this every Thursday. Hit the bell so that you get an alert when I am about to appear godlike on the internet with incredible friends. And make sure that you do that other thing that I'm supposed to say right now. So that was it. Make sure you also like it. There we go. I knew I had something in there. I have gotten to read issue. Now, there's an in-between issue coming out. So issue 6 is the end of arc 1 of Dirty Living. It's wild. And wait till you see the last page of the last issue. Every page of the last issue. Ryan has absolutely... So Ryan shows up and blows us away with the ash can for Dirty Living way back at Terrificon.
Full circle.
And I was already crazy impressed with his art. James looked at this and said, this guy is amazing. We were totally sold. We wanted him. Every issue, Ryan has gotten better. And I hesitate to say that because when you say someone's gotten better, you just assume it started from a low point. He started up here. And every issue gets wilder and more creative, and the characters are so expressive. Ryan, your art is as I always say whenever you pop up in the chat, amazing. And wait till you see this issue 6 is incredible. So Ryan is getting ready for the next issue, the first issue of the next arc, and we decided to put a omnibus issue in between, and I got to read Steven's story that's going to be in it. We're talking prose with illustrations, so it's going to be a different vibe, and it's going to give you a really cool backstory. Steven, can you tell us a little bit, now that you got your mouth full, about he's used to talking with his mouth full. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to be in that issue?
Let me put these glasses on for that one. Yeah, we're gonna hear about Roma Hospod, who is the priest in our story, and he's a necromancer. He resurrects people, and it's a backstory. It goes through his life. We learn about his upbringing with his mom, the relationship he had with his mom, and his dad, which I didn't have any inkling of what I was going to do with that. But I'm writing, and the next thing you know, his dad's in there, and his dad's doing some crazy shit, and it just takes you through his life and how he fell upon these powers to bring back these people from the dead, basically. And it's the story started off like small, and it just blew up. So I'm excited for people to read it.
This is Roma Hospod right here, not dressed like your typical priest.
No.
Absolutely. Here's the church. These are the last pages of issue 1, and there's some wild stuff going on here.
True. I mean, you didn't say what faith this priest was, huh?
He is supposedly a Catholic priest,
right?
But there's a whole lot more going on, and that story,
as are most Catholic priests.
Yeah, but those things are much more predictable.
Right.
Ryan, have you gotten a chance to read the story? I know you got a ton going on.
I got a ton going on. I started reading it, but I haven't gotten very far. I have so much work in front of me. I have all the illustrations for the interim issue already kind of penciled out.
Oh, awesome.
So they're going to be a little more of a loose kind of feel for me. So I'm going to try to stretch my, the way I work a little, make it a little different, try to be a little more loose and a little more fun.
I've always heard that you were a little loose.
I am. So give me a call.
Words.
My phone's buzzing.
But it's somewhere special. All right, so Steven, this is so cool. Ryan, I love that you're going to do this, and then we're going to jump into the official issue 7, where the next arc starts and things get even wilder. Dom, there's a drug out on the street called Blood Rush. This somehow ties in with the supernatural shit going on, and there's this drunken detective who's the only one who has some semblance of the full picture. And he's the worst guy and the best guy to have on the job. Steven created this absolutely tremendous world. And this is one of the reasons I wanted you guys on together, is this idea of colliding genres. It's like you guys can't help yourselves. I've never seen like just straight genre work from any of you. You're all playing around and mixing things together. What is that, Dom? What is, like, with the zombie ghost story? What is that impulse to collide these different concepts?
Oh man, I mean, just like what he was saying earlier, just what is different? What's out there that's different? I know, like for me as an artist, especially what you submit to a million anthologies as an artist, and my brain immediately always goes to horror because I love drawing horror, but then I always flock to zombies. It's something I want to draw, but it's not something that's easy to write because it's all been done before. And I was lucky to have come up with a ghost attached to the zombie. I mean, that was low hanging fruit. It's right there. I mean,
Yeah, but it's not, man. I never heard it before. I never
Yeah.
heard it before, and that combination is genius. And then to make that into part of the detective genre,
And
I
part
love
of
it.
it is fandom. If you're a fan of things, you want to mash them together. And instead of being a fan, just make it original.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I love the concept. It's a great concept. I remember listening in the last show, and I was like, "Oh, I wish I thought of that. It's great. No, it's a great concept. I love it.
there is no
Thank
better compliment from a writer than envy and jealousy. That's how you know you've won, Chairman. I wish that was mine.
I'm like, all right. Can I get in on that? I just want to write a little bit for you. Let me write a little bit.
And that would be an awesome pairing. One of the cool things is that Dom told me early when we met years ago. He told James and I that he's not a writer, and that is bullshit. His stories are absolutely terrific, and he can handle any end of it. We've got
At the
Evan.
time, I wasn't at the time. I learned. I had to learn.
Yeah, yeah, and you talked about that, figuring out the do's and don'ts and whatnot. I love that. The
Yeah,
large
writers give
genre
themselves the least amount of credit in the comic world, but like as a person who's been drawing my whole life and had to study writing, shit's hard. That shit's hard.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what though? I feel that way about art because art doesn't come naturally to me. The
Fair.
storytelling, the writing comes naturally to me. I've got a new short story in the zine coming out on Tuesday. Folks, if you haven't gone to the fugitivepoems.com website and signed on to our mailing list, it is an awesome zine. It is actually Ryan, you'll know this tune. Mark is mad at me for not charging for it. So, na, 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 na. But it is chock full of content. We got some amazing art from Ryan. I believe I'm getting another red brick for it. Dear Red
He's
Brick.
coming. He's coming.
Very excited about.
Working
So
on it
sign
today.
on for that. And we got some awesome art by James Lyons. I picked another one of my favorite pieces of his to put in there. James and I are working on something we can't really talk about yet because there is a contract being built involved. But it is also genre mashing. James, do you have any favorite examples of genre mashing that you've done, putting together these weird concepts and visually?
Oh, I think like Saturn said, I always come from horror first. That's one of my favorite genres. But one of the more interesting ones, I think it's more from you because you're always writing in noir style. So I mean, we get a lot of that crossover in stuff that we do. Also, I mean, I'm not sure if it's a writing type genre, but I like to mix in surrealism with horror. Sort of stuff that you've never seen before, or dreamlike states. That kind of stuff. I think people appreciate that. Certain people appreciate that. Not everyone. Some people can't kind of get their heads around it because they're too ensconced in what they think is the real world. But that's kind of where I come from all the time.
You do some really great surrealistic stuff. I'm actually going to put up on here if I can find you guys again. Where the hell did I go? I got so many tabs open. My wife tells me it's an ADHD thing or that there's something wrong with me.
Something I like to ask like horror writers and artists, because it's always a different answer. But what do all you guys find scary? Like, what scares you?
Death and taxes.
What-
Here, check this out. This is one of my favorite pieces by James. And
Sick.
at a con recently, the original sold, and that surreal style is absolutely present. And talking about genre mashing, people go nuts for this wherever we go. I absolutely love this piece.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can see the Fantasia mushrooms spinning around his head.
Mhm.
I should be stoned now. I wish I was stoned.
This
scared.
could go
Yeah,
up in a weed
that's
shop for sure.
Wishing I was stoned. Rich says horror is probably the best and most interesting starting point to make genres with. Horror fantasy, horror comedy, horror action, you name it. It's always a fun time. I agree. Evan says, secret in the work stuff. Yes, we do have that. Dom just asked a great question. What scares you? I threw off a quick, glib response, but it's an interesting question to get deep with. What scares you? Who's got? I don't want to call anybody out in case you're not quite there yet, but I will. Ryan.
Well, when it comes to like comics, like the thing that scares me the most. Let's see. I think it's for me. It's like these quiet times, like the moments between events that are uneventful. I think that quiet lull of like everything's good, but when you know something's coming, it's just that waiting time. So whenever you have some, just pictures of like, empty space, it's like that liminal space kind of a thing, that feel, that kind of creepiness that creeps in just by having normal things. Like it's like Mignola, he draws like a close-up of a candle in a cup, just like in his book for no reason. It's just these little quiet moments that really kind of give me the heebie-jeebies before like Frankenstein comes at you and the vampire, that's all fine and good. But I think the build-up and this quiet like dread, if you can bring that across in just like, in a drawing or in just like the text, that's what really kind of gets me going. I really like
100%. So much modern horror relies on like jump scares. They forgot about dread. Dread is the foreplay of horror. You need it.
Absolutely. And the dread comes from nothing. Like I like it when it comes from nothing. Like there's no real rhyme or reason to it. A lot of times in the movies, it comes with like the building of music, right?
Yes.
So to get that same kind of a feel in a comic, I think it can be done, but it's like you have to like take your time and let the visuals kind of like build up slowly as it gets to that point, so it's hard when you're trying to like make a story kind of with a lot of stuff going on to get that to happen, that creepiness.
All right, so Steven, that's a shout out to you and I right there.
Right.
Is to remember in the pacing that I wrote a horror screenplay years ago. It was at the early 2000s, and I was bored out of my mind with horror movies. They were so slow, and I said, if it's not going to be scary, I want it to be gory. And they started making movies with like 3 or 4 teenagers instead of 8 or 10. And I'm like, well, if there's 3 or 4, at least 1 or 2 are going to survive. I'm only going to see 2 kills. So I sat down and wrote a screenplay called Hound of Hell. And my goal was just one bloody death after another. And I did it. And I wrote it. And it was gory as fuck. And I was really excited. I gave it to my buddy Mike. And he said, by the end of this, I didn't care anymore because I was so absolutely just dulled to the violence.
Yeah.
You got to have those quiet spaces in. You got to let us come down. You got to let us worry that it's going to happen again. Yeah. And so, Ryan, what you're saying about those liminal spaces is very, very, very accurate. James is back. James left.
I think that, it's like Hitchcock did it best, right? It's like what you don't see. And that you have to imagine, or I think I think of Stephen King in is it Misery, when she has the wood between his legs and she takes the mallet and she breaks his ankles. You don't see it, but man, it scares the crap out of you, and you
think you did.
Right.
I think what it is that when she picks up the mallet, you can feel her struggling against the weight of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is gonna be something.
Yeah. Right.
So it's that buildup of anticipation.
Yes.
Just coming from the weight of this thing, the wood between the ankles, like it's just all this is getting your heart pumping. It's like
Right.
that hitting the hit of the mallet on the ankle. That's the release.
Right. Exactly.
Tom Lynott.
All before that, yeah.
Tom Lynott says one of the most horrifying scenes you never see. 100% right. Ryan, you just enlightened me completely as to your art style, because you just picked up on those details. The fact that it's heavy for her to lift the sledgehammer, and all of a sudden I'm spiraling through all the issues of Dirty Living, going, yes, this Ryan thinks about this shit.
Yeah,
you do. I see it in your art that you're thinking about details like that.
Yeah, so a lot of times when Steven puts an event on a page, I like to kind of, before it, I like to give hints that it's there, right? So like we had the whole thing with it was like more of a funny thing, but the coconut.
The coconut.
They find a coconut, but even before the coconut event happens, there's a coconut. It's like, it's there. It just kind of might pass you by, but you kind of plant the seeds as you go, and that happens for everything, So it's it's like a premonition of what may come by, dropping hints along the way,
We just talk about the coconut for a minute. That coconut, man. Whenever I saw the coconut for the first time, and I'm like, why the hell did I write a coconut in? But it made sense. And when Ryan drew the coconut with that kind of skull face, like I'm like, fuck yeah, this is awesome.
Look at that shit. Look at that right there.
Coconut.
Magnificent. The cover of issue 5 of Dirty Living.
Ooh.
And this Raven up there. His covers are full
of sparrow.
Sparrow.
Yeah,
it is a sparrow.
It's an English sparrow or whatever.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear the accent, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah. So it's a Monty Python reference.
Oh shit! Of course it is.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna 1 ounce sparrow carry it 2 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Holy crap! Oh my gosh, I missed that completely. That's brilliant.
But I like that too because it mixes in with one of the characters that appears later on. The bird motif is part of that character, which is carried on from that cover. That's like the first hint of that. So, yeah.
I love this. There's a pineapple in this scene. And it also plays into it. Guys, you should be fucking reading Dirty Living. But when you're reading Dirty Living, look at every fucking scene. Every frame, there's some shit going on. I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're paying attention, in one of the 6 issues, you'll find R2-D2.
Yes,
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. Pay attention. The art is absolutely astonishing. So, Stephen, what scares you?
Well, I think I just told you. It's like what you don't see is what scares me.
Swallow. There it is. It's a swallow. There.
Yeah.
Swallow my sparrow, Tom. Tom said, you do care, cats. Evan said, is the pineapple upside down? Well, it is in a whorehouse.
It's in a horizontal position.
I was going to mention that.
Swallows, not sparrows.
Yes,
we've got my ankles hurt. And now a sketch about architects called. I'm sorry, Stephen. All these comments came in all of a sudden. And I can't not respond to an upside down pineapple.
Now for something completely different.
So, Stephen, what? I completely ignored you. I'm a great host. What scares you?
It's I think I said it before. It's just like what you don't see. That's what scares me. I think of also the anticipation of what's coming. So if you go to The Walking Dead, and I think it was the beginning of season 6 or 7, I can't remember, maybe 5, I don't know. It's when they are in the trough, and the people at Terminus are cutting their throats and they're killing these people, and like people are going to die. And here's the main characters, Rick and all the people that you care about. Glenn, who still is alive, and he's escaped death so many times. But you see them their neck being, people being sliced before them, and it's what's coming up. It's like Ryan was said it best, really. It's like what's coming up, and what's leading to that moment of craziness. Really, that scares me.
What's coming up and what's leading to that moment? Yeah, absolutely. James, what about you? What scares you?
Besides growing old and feeble,
the inevitable.
That's
the
legit.
inevitability of being a sloppy old 80-year-old person. I think my horrors are pretty straightforward. When I was a kid, I got to see The Exorcist with William Friedkin's Exorcist. That movie scared the shit out of me, and it still scares the shit out of me, even though I've seen it literally like 80 times. I think it's the inevitableness of the innocent character being taken over by this force that she can't control, and the possession aspect of it really freaks me out, particularly when she's being what do they call it, when she's being influenced by the demon, but it hasn't possessed her yet. That's particularly frightening to me, like forces outside of what we know, parallel dimensions or whatever it is. That's always scared me. And of course, like I said, it's boring and normal, but a really good ghost story will freak me out as well. I swear I was in someone told me I was in a haunted house one night, and felt like I was sort of pushed towards the stairs that night when we stayed in the house. Those kind of gotcha stories and kind of demonology and stuff has always scared me, and still does.
I'm a huge fan of haunted house stories. I love the creepy dread that goes along with Steven and Ryan are saying about what isn't happening, what you're not seeing, the space between moments. That idea that there is something there, it's going to strike, but you don't know when. But I'll tell you what scares me more than anything else. If you want to enrapture me in a horror story, make me love someone through the eyes of someone else, a parent for a child, a wife for a husband for a wife, whatever it is. If I feel the love of one character for another, and then that other character is threatened, I am put in the position of their loved one through the whole movie. And I have very vivid dreams. I love my nightmares. I love them. I have a great time. They're horror movies. But every now and again, one of my kids will be in it and be in danger. Or my wife will be in it. And that, I'll shake myself to wake up. That scares the shit out of me. If you can put me in that space in a horror story where you build up my love for a character, shared love with one of the other characters for someone, and then put them in danger, I am shivering. I am terrified. And oddly enough, one of the movies that did that for me the best, one of the few movies I've ever almost shut off, I wasn't gonna, but I was thinking about it, was Train to Busan. That ending, I was so deeply involved with those characters and their care for each other. It's the empathy that gets me. That when they at the end, I was like, I don't want to know how this ends, because I don't think I can handle bad things happening to them. And I was like, Christian, you're watching a movie, you're loving it, shut the fuck up and watch it. But my heart was hammering in my chest. It's that empathy, it's that love being endangered that scares the shit out of me, because nothing scares me more in real life. Dom, what about you? What scares you? Parenthood is terrifying, Monolith Jones said. Oh, it's my man Rob Toll. Absolutely 100%. Like The Nest, yeah, then that's my short story, and I do that to my characters. Absolutely. Sabina is here, tuning in for the end. Dom, what scares you, man?
I think outside of what was mentioned, probably a loneliness and depression, which is often manifested in psychological horror. I love psychological horror, and I love, like, Midsummer and The Substance and stuff like that. And then
Oh, The Substance was so fucking good.
yes, mostly, like, I love when horror is injected into things that are not, like, things that are drama, like Walking Dead and Game of Thrones make me more nervous than any horror film ever could.
Yes.
Because you get so invested in the drama that you forget that there's horror, and then the horror happens, and you're like, oh shit, it could get worse. Just like Lydia and I were watching season 3 of Euphoria, and there is a character in that show who owes money to a mob boss, and whenever he doesn't get that money, the mob boss is sending the henchman, and he's coming for toes and fingers. It's like, oh my god, the drama was enough, and then all of a sudden that shit happens. That's terrifying.
I agree.
You mentioned The Substance, which takes us into and actually Evan just mentioned my short story The Nest, which I had published in the Bleeding Margin magazine. It's body horror. And body horror I should put on my list of things. I'm obsessed with it. I write a ton of it. I watch a ton of it. It scares the shit out of me. The ultimate physicality, right? If you haven't seen The Substance, folks, you want to see it. It's amazing. Have you, Dom, or any of you seen, I know James has, David Cronenberg's Videodrome with James Woods?
Oh,
Not yet.
yeah.
God. Oh, man, the physical fucked upness in that movie is absolutely astounding, mixed with these surrealist concepts. He did a similar thing with Existence, but Videodrome is absolutely brutal. Tom
What
Linus
about,
is fucking awesome movie. Yes. Gentlemen, this has been a pleasure. I wanted you all together because there's very similar minds going on here, and this last conversation really solidified that. Just slamming shit together for emotional impact. What can I do? And folks, go to the. Let me put it in the chat. Actually, go to the Life on Saturn. Hold on one second. Life on Saturn website, and you want to get everything there. I just put it in the chat, but you specifically want to get Fennec. And Fennec is this incredible balance of toku style. I don't have to say the whole thing. Though
there you
it's
go.
tokusatsu, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Of course, I got it last time you were on, and I lost it again. With Kaiju, this genre mixed with a deeply personal story. Great character interactions. Some of it reminded me of Brian K. Vaughan's Saga. Fennec, you want to get it. It's absolutely terrific. And there's Hunter Duck on there. A lot of great stuff. So definitely check that out. And tell me again where you're going to be on the last 2 days of the month, the 30th and 31st.
At Kaiju Brooklyn in Industry City.
Nice.
And guys, you want to go meet Dom and Lyd. They're amazing people. What you want to go do right now is pop into the Fugitive Poems channel, go back a couple of episodes for when Dom and Lyd were on together, so you can get a sense of what an awesome person Lyd is as well. And then you're going to hit subscribe, and you're going to hit the bell so that you get notified, and you're going to hit like on every episode, and you're going to send me money and pictures. Anyway, forget it. Ryan, is your next appearance Terrificon? Or can we find you on the street somewhere else?
Yes, I will be on the streets. I'm actually going to be this Saturday at WickedCon in Boston.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's a one-day show. It's free. Stop by, come check me out. I'll have my art book, and we could talk dirty living. It's coming soon. Yeah, so that's that, and then Terrificon's right around the corner. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Evan says chicken katsu. What did you say, Mateo? Said no. And Tom said chicken katsu barbecue is amazing. I make an amazing sauce for that. For the record, go see Saturn and tell us so I can live vicariously. I didn't show something that I said I was going to show. behind the scenes. I got to do this. This Terrificon that we're going to be at, and by the way, the entire Dirty Living crew, including Keith Gleason, the letterer, Ryan and Steven, and James and I, everyone involved, maybe even Mark, are going to be at Terrificon, and you can have everyone sign the books. And you say, what books will they sign? Well, you could either buy the original cover or the new cover for the print edition, or you can get the very special Terrificon only. Ryan just did this about an hour and a half ago. No, Ryan just put this together. This is the Terrificon only cover for Dirty Living #1. And I want to point out that Mitch Halleck is on a pole in the upper cover, which is and I did notice the anvil earrings, which I was very pleased about.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Mitch in there?
Yeah, it's Mitch on the pole.
I like how the fugitive poems was integrated into that. That's
Yeah.
great. Almost looks like he's going to be showered pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you come to Terrificon, you can get this signed by the man himself, Ryan, and all the other members of the team. Steven, I don't know if you're going to be at any cons, so why don't you just give us your home address?
Yeah. 1-800 I am in hell. No, I'll be at Terrificon as well. I'm looking forward to that with the first issue. Other than that, I'm going to be playing out this weekend. I'll be in Troy, New York.
Oh, that's right. Tell us what you're doing in Troy, New York.
I'm playing with Jennifer Teft and the Strange. We're playing in Troy, New York this weekend. I'm playing it also in Taunton, Mass this weekend. But in Troy, I think it's Slide in something. I can't remember the name of the place. But
Slide in, stumble out.
Yeah, Slide and Groove. I don't know, something.
Are you sure this isn't a brothel?
I'll tell you, the name of the club we're playing in Troy sounds like a strip club. I can't remember the name. Anyway, that's right. That's what I also do. Besides writing, I play music. So
yeah, he does. Where can we find your music, sir?
Everywhere. It's streaming on every service. Spotify, anywhere.
Tell me the name of the band again, please.
Jennifer Teft and the Strange, and that's Teft, Tefft.
All right, Jennifer Teft and the Strange.
Just wander around Troy on Saturday and try to find Steven.
I'm sorry, James. Let me find the name of the place for you.
So, folks, if you want a little bit of Strange, look up Steven.
Sounds like a good reason to have a bar crawl.
There you go.
James, you and I, on June 13th and 14th, will be in White Plains, New York, at the County Center for the Undiscovered Realms Con. We're very excited. We will have the next printing of Containment Breach Volume 4. We will have some Dirty Livings. We will have all kinds of crazy shit. You can get your copy of Blood Valkyrie in Vegas signed by us. You can get your copy of River signed by us. You can get any of the Containment Breaches. So if you happen to be around, I already forgot the date because I can't hold the number in my head. June 13th and 14th in White Plains, New York. Come to White Plains, New York, the county center. It's a great con, and we will be there. Folks, but this coming up, the 30th and the 31st in Industry City in Brooklyn, we've got Dom and Lyd Monette in the Kaiju Monster Fest. What was it called again?
Kaiju Monster
Brooklyn Kaiju. Kaiju Brooklyn. Kaiju Orgy.
Yes, I hope so.
Hey, guys, thanks so much for being on the show. This is another terrific episode. Evan says, and y'all are the gunk. Thank you. Great show cast. Tom Line, Sliding Dirty. Wanted to know if that was the name of the club. Sliding Dirty. We really shouldn't follow that any further.
Is that the Knocker Locker? Is that where it's at? yeah.
It's so funny. Like you guys are gonna have Containment Breach, Dirty Living, The River, all at your table. These grimy sounding titles, but you're Fugitive Poems. It's not grimy at all. So elegant.
I never thought about that. Yeah, no, we slid right into the dirt. Yeah, Fugitive Poems presents Blood Valkyrie in Vegas. All right,
Bringing
well,
elegance
folks,
to dirt.
yeah,
Great.
we are Premium Underground, so this is what
Hell
we
yeah.
do. I'm wearing my Fugitive Poems shirt right now. James says, slide it in. Folks, this is, there we go. I've been opening beers with that all night. Thank you, sir. So, guys, we have had Don Monette of Life on Saturn Comics, Ryan Santos and Steve Beccia of Dirty Living, James Lyons of Fugitive Poems, and I am Christian DiMatteo, co-founder of Fugitive Poems. We are Fugitive Poems, and we make comics. I haven't hit end stream yet. There we go.